How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 22. My name is Football Fan Forever, and it is time for our first divisional matchup of the season against the Chicago Bears. We are on the road in Chicago this week, trying to bounce back from a 1-2 start and shrug off what might be considered a Super Bowl hangover. Quarterback Bob Harrison has not been immune from criticism here early on in the season, and he's a player that I want to see step up as we try to break our first losing streak of the series. He's been uncharacteristically turnover prone to start the year, and he threw 4 interceptions in week 2 against the Cowboys. Given the razor-thin margin for error that exists in the NFL, you want to see your signal caller make as few mistakes as possible. That was part of our winning formula last season, and that might be one of the reasons why we are 1-2 to start this season. We've also had the league's worst ranked rushing defense, which doesn't exactly give me confidence heading into a matchup with the uber athletic Justin Fields, who might be the best rushing quarterback in the league behind Lamar Jackson, who we face next week. With those 2 points of emphasis in mind, limiting turnovers on offense and stopping the run on defense, we'll see how the Lions do in Soldier Field here. Weather is beautiful. And it will be Chicago with the ball first as Jack Fox sends the opening kickoff back and over the head of kick returner Dave Goodrich out the back of the end zone there for a touchback. So Justin Fields will take over on his own 25 to start today's game. 6 touchdowns, just 1 interception on the season thus far, but he's averaging just a little over 210 yards a game through the air. The Bears have been a little bit better running the ball as they bring Cole Kmet in motion here on first down. It's a tight end sweep that picks up about 4. The Bears actually remind me a little bit of our team from last season in that their offensive identity right now appears to be running the ball successfully and not asking their developing passer to do too much through the air. Given our success last season in winning a championship, it's no surprise to see other teams try to emulate us as the handoff to Chase Edmonds goes nowhere. There is George Towns and Dalton Logan right at the line of scrimmage to force an early 3rd and 8. And here's where we're likely to see Justin Fields throw the ball. They'll set up the screen and Fields just isn't hitting his man. Instead, he will throw this one into the ground on his first pass attempt, and the Lions get off the field with a 3rd down stop. So that will bring out Bob Harrison for the Lions. 8 touchdowns, already 5 interceptions on the season, completion percentage hovering around 50%. It's been a very inconsistent start to the season for him, as on 1st and 10 he is flushed to his right, rolling, firing downfield. There is Christian Kirk at the 41. And those are the kinds of throws that Harrison hasn't been very consistent on this season. Rolling to his right under pressure, he finds his man for a gain of 17, and he'll head back to the air on first down, throwing into traffic, and there is TJ Hawkinson bailing out his young quarterback with an athletic catch in between 2 defenders. A couple plays later, it's 3rd and 7. Harrison, pressure incoming, takes a shot downfield, and that is all Darby can do to knock it away. And the Lions are going to send out the field goal unit here for a 61-yard attempt. This would be a career long for Austin Seibert. And normally this is out of his range, but I guess the wind here is favorable as he drills it. 61 yards, right hash. And that barely made it over the crossbar there. Less than a yard to spare, but it is an early 3-0 Detroit lead. Fields will start his second drive standing in the shotgun on his own 25. Lightning quick pass there to Dave Goodrich. And that will be a yard shy of a 1st down. Goodrich is a second-year wide receiver getting a lot more opportunities with this offense, as this time Fields will find his tight end Cole Kmet to the left sideline for a 1st down throw into Detroit territory. Ball on the 48-yard line. Another pass for Herbert, and this time he will take off, scrambling to his right. He is met behind the line of scrimmage by D'Angelo Carmichael, who takes him down in tandem with Romeo Okwara for a loss of 1. Good job by the Lions defense containing there on first down. Here's another throw for Fields, and it's intercepted. James Bradbury returning up the left sideline, and he nearly took that one back to the house. Maybe a little more room, and he would have been able to make it 10-0. But he jumps the route intended for Darnell Mooney and takes this one deep into Chicago territory. So it's excellent field position for this Lions offense. They are on the edge of the red zone as DeAndre Swift carries this one to the 20-yard line, 2nd down. In the offset pistol, here's Harrison back to pass again. Waits, fires, Darby, touchdown! Keegan Darby with his first career regular season touchdown reception puts the Lions up 2 scores here. Eddie Jackson may have been able to make a play on the wide receiver there, but he just overruns it, and the Lions are up 10-0 with just over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Good start for both the offense and the defense here as Devin Woodson makes a play there on the 2nd down carry. 3rd and 4 for Fields. 2 tight ends on the left side of the formation. Montgomery in the backfield. Play action. Fields is going to take off. Spins off Harris and falls ahead to the 39. They needed 4 and they got 4 as Fields keeps the drive alive with his legs. Now 2nd and 4, 1 play later. It's Montgomery up the middle. He's wrapped up by George Towns after a gain of 8. Not a bad start so far for the Chicago ground game. That's the one area they can hang their hat on right now. 5 carries, 27 yards for Montgomery as he is wrapped up after a short gain by George Towns. We're seeing a lot more teams run away from D'Angelo Carmichael here in Season 3. As there's a short slant route there to Darnell Mooney, who's got space to the Detroit 30-yard line. Chicago inside field goal range trying to get on the board here before this game gets out of hand. 1st and 10, here is Montgomery, and he is knocked up in the backfield there. Julian Okwara forcing him to redirect, and D'Angelo Carmichael making the play in the backfield for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11, there is a 1st down catch down to the 19. The Lions had Ifeatu Melifonwu on the speedy Dave Goodrich there, and that's going to be a mismatch, especially on these shorter routes, as Cole Kmet takes it inside the 5 down to the 4. Goal to go Chicago. In the I formation, David Montgomery in the game. Hand off Montgomery. He'll try the right side, and he is wrapped up by Towns at the 1 as we reach the 2nd quarter. 10-0 Detroit, but how long will it stay like that? 2nd and goal from the 1. 2 tight ends and the fullback in the game. Montgomery getting the call, and he is at the goal line, but stopped short. Let's take another look at this one, as this was really close. Watch his left arm. There's just a little bit of an extension there. Would have crossed the plane. Instead, it's 3rd and goal from the 1-inch line. As Fields will head to the air. Rolls to his left. Fires to the end zone. It's caught by Robinson. But they're saying he lost forward progress there and mark him back at the 2. And I don't quite get this. He's got 2 feet down in bounds. Maybe it's because he ran out of the end zone? No challenge there by the Bears as they will send out the offense for a 4th and goal from the 2. Montgomery left side is denied as the Lions defense gets plenty of help from Chicago there to make a goal line stand and keep the score at 10-0. So the Lions with an excellent opportunity here to go up 3 scores on their NFC North rivals. They're moving the ball well on offense, and their defense is getting stops by a variety of different means. 1st and 10 from their own 18. Here is DeAndre Swift to the 22. It's been a little bit of a slower start for our ground game here as the Bears have a solid front 7. Jamal Williams will check into the game, and he'll get some blocks up the middle and pick up about 10 yards in our best carry of the day so far. 1st and 10 from the 32. Play action, Harrison, he's got time, he's got a man open, and there is Keegan Darby across midfield to the 48. He had a couple steps on Duke Shelley there, and probably could have had more if he caught that one in stride. 2nd and 7, we'll head back to the ground. Swift tackled after a gain of 4. 6 carries, 20 yards for DeAndre Swift. We'll turn to Jamal Williams for this 3rd and 3. And Williams will try the left side, and he is very close to the 1st down. And they mark him short, 4th and inches. And instead of kicking another really long field goal, we'll keep the offense on the field. 4th and inches, goal line formation. Jamal Williams getting the carry, and he is just ahead of Bilal Nichols in the race to the 1st down marker to keep the drive alive. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Harrison drifting back, and he's lucky that that one wasn't picked. Jackson was lurking but took a bad angle to the throw, so the Lions are able to move the ball down to the 24, 1st and 10. Harrison under pressure takes a shot to the end zone, and that time Eddie Jackson picks him off. Those are the kinds of turnovers that we've been seeing from Harrison this season. Just ill-advised throws. Kirk beats the coverage pretty cleanly here, but there's not enough field for Harrison to really fit this one over the talented safety. As the Lions certainly leave points on the field there and give the ball back to the Bears with just over 4 minutes to go here in the 1st half. And there is a strike to Darnell Mooney. 1st down Chicago, now 2nd and 2 from their own 44. Handoff Montgomery, he breaks through contact and picks up another 1st down. Under 3 yards a carry for Montgomery. It is Khalil Herbert in the game here on 1st and 10 in the I formation. Herbert trying a left side will stumble and pick up about 5. Now 3rd and 2, one play later. Detroit going heavy here, crowding the line of scrimmage. Handoff Montgomery, he redirects and is tackled by Deshaun Hand, but not before he picks up the 1st down. So that will bring us to the 2-minute warning here. Detroit trying to hold on to a 10-0 lead, while the Bears try and run their own 2-minute drill. Fields in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Screen is set up to the right side. This time, Chicago is able to complete the pass. And there's an injury timeout there for left guard Cody Whitehair, which will stop the clock with 1:54 to go. 2nd and 5. Fields back to pass, and he threads that one between Detroit defenders. There's Cole Kmet again to the 24. 1st and 10 Bears. Pinching in the defensive line. And there is a strike to the right sideline, and another nice catch by Darnell Mooney. 1st and 10. Clock continues to run. Ball at the 11. Fields to throw, and he will find Allen Robinson inside the 10. Chicago will take their 2nd timeout here. 2nd and 5 from the 6. Plenty of time for the Bears here. They can take their time in scoring. They still have 1 timeout in their pocket as well as Fields adjusts the play call at the line of scrimmage. He'll head back to pass, firing to the end zone, and that is caught by Dave Goodrich for the touchdown. We talked about how his speed is a mismatch here, and he gets ahead of Tracy Walker to put the Bears on the board. So with 54 seconds to go, the Lions, with all 3 timeouts, will try and mount a drive of their own. Darby with a gain of 10 there. Call it 9.5. 2nd and inches. 49 seconds to go. Clock is stopped. Harrison uncorks a deep ball. Darby with a step, and it's hauled in inside the 10 at the 8. 60 yards to Keegan Darby as the Lions flip the field. And there isn't a lot of separation here. That's pretty good coverage from Duke Shelley. But Darby able to get a step or half of a step, and Harrison able to hit him in stride through the windy field conditions here in Chicago. It's goal to go Detroit. 40 seconds to go. Hairston again looking Darby's direction. That time the pass is contested, and it's 2nd and goal. Motioning out Deshaun Stevenson. Four-man rush. Hairston rolls to his left. It's a race for the pylon, and Bob Hairston will put the Lions on top 17-7 with an 8-yard touchdown run to close out the first half. And if not for his interception earlier, we'd be talking about an even more lopsided game. As speaking of lopsided games, the Packers are off to another strong start this season and demolish the Chargers 49-27. They seem to have found their next franchise quarterback in Jordan Love after years of stability under Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. So I'm excited to play them again a couple of times this season after we split the season series last year. We swept the season series with Chicago last season though, and if we can get our ground game going as well as our pass game has been clicking, we could see ourselves pull away here in the second half, as we will start the third quarter with the football, and there's a nice juke by DeAndre Swift to pick up 8 yards on his best carry of the day. We found a lot of success through the air in the first half though, so we'll head to the air on second down. Dexter Allen taking the drag route and turning upfield for a gain of 17. Harrison is closing in on 200 yards through the air on just 14 pass attempts. Having a 60-yard gain will certainly help with that, but it also helps set up our rushing attack as a delayed give gets another Detroit first down at the 33-yard line. DeAndre Swift is now up to 5 yards a carry. That's a good sign for this offense as we look for consistency going forward. And he will carry this one for a gain of about 6, crossing 50 yards and making it 3rd and 4. Detroit well within field goal range here as Harrison heads to the air, and he will tuck and run again, sliding down at the 21-yard line after picking up a first down. We haven't really seen Fields take off, and that's not a big part of Harrison's game right now, but he is maneuverable enough to make some plays with his legs and throws it away there on third down to make it 3rd and 10. Ball at the 21, 5-man rush, pressure incoming, and Hairston is nearly intercepted. We saw James Bradbury make a play on a very similar route earlier in today's game, so the Lions are lucky to get 3 on the board there, as Ben Stevens keeps fighting ahead, turning something out of nothing, and giving the Bears a first down. Fields under center, ball at the 39-yard line. Here goes Chase Edmonds breaking a tackle and breaking into the open field as well. And he's finally chased down by D'Angelo Carmichael inside the 25 at the 24. Tracy Walker had a chance to make the play behind the line of scrimmage, but it's Edmonds breaking away and giving the Bears good field position. Now it's the rookie Jared DeMarco inside the 5, and he is taken down by the face mask. Dangerous play there that ultimately doesn't add too much onto the catch and run. Goal to go Chicago from the 2. Fields in the shotgun, Chase Edmonds to his left, counter, and it's a touchdown for number 15. He ripped off a big run earlier in this drive and now puts the exclamation point on top of that. It's a 4-play, 56-yard drive to pull the Bears within 6. 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Play action. Hairston Chase fires on the move. There's Peoples with a step, and it's a first down to the 31. What an incredible throw by Bob Hairston, finding his speedy rookie as he takes a huge hit for that throw, but he dropped it right in the bucket behind 3 Chicago defenders. Those are the throws that we haven't been seeing very often from Bob Hairston this season, but it's a reminder of what he can bring to an offense when he's firing on all cylinders, as the Lions are very quickly inside the red zone here. 1st and 10, 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Play action for Hairston, rolls to his left, fires for Hawkinson, who hauls it in for the touchdown. Did he get both feet in? I don't know. We'll take another look at this. As Hawkinson goes into the air, there is 1 and 2. And that foot is in bounds as the Lions go up 26-14. A 2-point conversion attempt will make it a 2-touchdown game. And Chicago is loading the box here. They'll bring the blitz. Harrison on the move will find Darby in the end zone wide open. And it is a 14-point lead for the Lions with just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So the Lions are keeping their foot on the gas here as Fields will make a great play, putting that one on a tightrope to Allen Robinson. 1st and 10 Bears at the 45-yard line. Both quarterbacks making some nice throws on the move here as here goes Fields sliding down. He hasn't taken off very often in this game as we've committed to having a linebacker spy the quarterback and do so again on 2nd and 7. But Dave Goodrich gets open working against Sean Francois there. 3rd and 3. Detroit playing press coverage on this 3rd and short. Chase Edmonds in the game. Blitz is brought. Fields just gets the throw away and it's Stevens again falling ahead to the 27. Justin Fields is on fire here for the Bears, and that was a nice adjustment by his tight end. As Chase Edmonds falls ahead to the 19 as a flag flies in to end the third quarter. It's an illegal block in the back on Felton Davis, which will knock the Bears back a few yards here. But as we head to the fourth quarter, it's 28-14 Detroit trying to close out this game and finish strong to get back in the win column. Fields in the shotgun on 2nd and 8. Very quick throw there is Jared DeMarco, the rookie, breaking a tackle and taking this one down to the 11 as Fields is 24 of 26 with 22 consecutive completions throughout this game. He'll head to the air here on 1st and 10, and that is incomplete. Not as a result of a play that we made, but we'll celebrate it anyway, I guess. And that will lead to a 3rd and 5. Fields to the air, fires, and that is caught one-handed by Darnell Mooney for the score. What a catch by the young wide receiver in tough coverage against Ifeatu Melifonwu. We've seen some very impressive catches throughout this game, and that one will put the Bears within striking distance here. 28-21 is your score as the Lions try to add to their lead. It's not a priority for us, but it would be nice to get Harrison that 3rd touchdown pass today. But the win is more important than the stats, as DeAndre Swift will drain some clock with a successful 1st down run there. No surprise to see the Lions lean on their rushing attack, which was the league's best last season. However, there's a Quintez Cephas sighting here I want to show you guys. He hasn't had hardly any targets to start this season, but he gets the 1st down there as the clock ticks under 7 minutes here in the 4th quarter. And the 1st downs keep coming. J.J. Dunlap getting his 1st carry of the game will pick up a 1st down. Now we're under 6.5 minutes to go, and Harrison will roll to his right, firing downfield. Darby in stride inside the red zone is another connection between Harrison and Darby. That's time for 23 yards. 1st and 10 Detroit at the 19. 3 wide receivers left. Hairston looking for the dagger to Cephas, who can't haul it in through contact. That would have been a difficult catch, but one that you'd hope that a player of his caliber would make. Instead, we'll face a 3rd and 8. 4-man rush for Hairston, and that is knocked away from Christian Kirk. So we'll send out Austin Seibert and the field goal unit. 34 yards this time, left hash, and just like before, he is automatic, making it a 10-point game with less than 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. How much magic does Justin Fields have? He will check this one short for Chase Edmonds. Now 3rd and 2 after that short completion. The Lions will show double-A gap pressure here. They'll bring the blitz, but Fields will counter. There is Jared DeMarco to the 45-yard line of Detroit. Great blitz counter there by Justin Fields, and the drive will stay alive. 1st and 10, Fields in the shotgun. Everyone heading out of the backfield, and there's another catch by Darnell Mooney across the middle as Fields crosses the 300-yard mark with that throw. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Chicago would like a quick score, so they've got the 2-minute warning. And once again, they'll put the ball in the hands of Chase Edmonds on the check down there. He's been electrifying in relief of David Montgomery. 2-minute warning is approaching, though. Here's 2nd and 5. Edmonds gets the call. He bounces off one, but is taken down by George Towns. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Chicago still trailing by 10. They'll need a conversion here on 3rd down. Fields in the shotgun, Edmonds to his right. 4-man rush. Fields with time. He'll fire to the left for Goodrich, who will have the first down. Goal to go Chicago from the 10. Fields. End zone. Mooney. It is their second connection of the day, as the Bears claw to within 3 here, 31-28, with a pretty solid drive there from Justin Fields. 9 plays, 76 yards. And the Bears will make the decision to kick the ball back to the Lions. They're trusting in their defense and the fact that they still have 3 timeouts. So do the Detroit Lions have one more first down in them? 1st and 10 from their own 25. It's Jamal Williams in the game in the I formation. Hand off Williams, and there's excellent penetration. Cameron Peters, the rookie, beating Frank Ragnow there for a loss of 2. They'll flip it out to the left side. DeAndre Swift with a head of steam turns upfield, and the Bears spend their second timeout. 3rd and 4, and once again Jamal Williams is in the game. He'll head up the middle, and he will be tackled by Eddie Goldman shy of the sticks. What a series by this Chicago defense, coming up clutch and giving Justin Fields one more chance to tie the game or even take the lead. Jack Fox will step into this one, booming it towards the right sideline. Goodrich will call for a fair catch, as the Bears will have 81 yards to go if they want to score. Justin Fields, with the exception of that interception, has played a perfect game here for the Bears. With 1:21, can he rally his team down the field? Blitz is brought on 1st down, and he is sacked. Romeo Okwara with the sack, and that will back the Bears up just 3 yards. We're under a minute to go. 4-man rush. Fields rolling to his right. Nobody open. He will tuck and run, and he can't get out of bounds. 3rd and 6. 30 seconds to go. Clock still running. Play action for Fields. Fires to the right side, and that is well defended. Nearly intercepted. Game on the line here. 4th and 6. Chicago needs a conversion and about 50 more yards to be inside field goal range. Fields, quick throw to DeMarco, and that is defended by Jeff Okudah to seal this one. 31-28 is your final score, as the Lions hang on for the victory here at Soldier Field and return to 500 on the season. That was kind of an anticlimactic way for the game to end, given how well Fields have been dissecting our defense through the air. 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And more impressively, he did it without having a single pass of more than 25 yards. The Bears consistently hit short and intermediate routes and got plenty of yards after first contact to make up for the fact that their rushing attack was not very good for most of the game. They still have over 120 yards on the ground against us, but a large proportion of those yards came after first contact. I think that if we were more sure tacklers on a lot of plays, that we would have had more success on defense than what we posted here today. That being said, it's a pretty solid day for our offense. Bob Harrison interception aside, I felt like we were making plays that we weren't at other points throughout this season. And it was nice to see Harrison bounce back and put a little bit more swagger into his game after some inconsistency to start the season. He made several throws under pressure and on the move, and those are throws that have been eluding him to start the year. And of course, he had a big game connecting with Keegan Darby, 5 times for 133 yards and a score. We didn't see Christian Kirk get involved hardly at all, just 2 catches for 20 yards. And TJ Hawkinson made 2 incredible catches today, but had an otherwise quiet game. Quintez Cephas has seen his targets dip dramatically going into this season, and I think part of that is where he's lining up. It's a little bit of a purgatory for wide receivers, and I've noticed this across several games that just don't look to the right side of the field very often. But some of it is that he is a contested catch wide receiver in a game where those just aren't that easy to do. Cephas just doesn't have the speed or the route running ability to consistently win matchups on the outside, and his leaping ability is elite, but he hasn't been able to make some catches in traffic the few times I have looked his direction. An example of this would be from today's game. He was matched up against a linebacker in the slot. Harrison put the ball in a position for him to make a play, and he just couldn't haul it in for the score. That being said, I definitely need to look his way more often and really figure out if he's going to be a starting caliber player for us, because right now there's just not a big sample size on what he can do from that position. He didn't see a lot of targets last season after I moved him out of the slot, and with Keegan Darby really taking over as our slot wide receiver, I need to see if Cephas has what it takes to succeed on the outside. If not, we'll probably explore Deshaun Peoples on the outside, or else we could look to swing a trade for a proven wide receiver who can fill that kind of role for our offense. We're not going to rest on our laurels here in Detroit. The goal is another Super Bowl and hopefully a Super Bowl victory. So the offense will remain a work in progress as we continue to figure out our offensive identity here in Season 3. We didn't get Bob Harrison to his 3-touchdown goal here today, but we do get the victory, and that is more important than individual stats, especially at this point in the season. We are now 2-2 instead of being 1-3, and that is important because we're heading into another challenging game against the 4-0 Baltimore Ravens. They've got the league's best quarterback, some might say, in Lamar Jackson. He's 99 overall, just 26 years old. He's got a league MVP under his belt, and he can beat you with his arm, he can beat you with his legs. And given our troubles covering tight ends throughout this series, him having Mark Andrews is legitimately scary. We had a solid pass defense for the first couple of weeks this season, but if Justin Fields can throw for over 300 yards against our defense, I'm a little nervous to see what Lamar Jackson will do. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. It will be a little slower uploads going forward here for a bit, but I cannot wait to continue this season and this series. As always, everyone, have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.